Welcome to East Coast Hour, the heartbeat of the Atlantic. The only East Coast music video show in North America, shining a spotlight on the raw, real, and rising talent from the Atlantic provinces. From slick studio productions to cozy homemade visuals and lyric videos, we showcase it all, just the way artists made it. Music videos, East Coast entertainment news, stories from the backyard. Whether you're a die-hard fan or just discovering the scene, sit back, relax, and hit that subscribe button. This is East Coast Hour, where the Atlantic comes to play. Here's your first video for episode number 6. It's Port Cities and Sorry on East Coast Hour with Chuck.
If I could only learn to start speaking my mind a little better. If I could only learn to stop making you cry altogether. I was never half the man that I said I would be. I'm sorry
for the words I can't take back,
that you ever learned to love me.
I wish we both knew better then.
If it ever hurt to hold me, but we're caught in the middle, babe. Are we nothing or everything? My one and my only. I want you, I need you, I hate that I'm sorry. I want you, I need you, I hate that I'm sorry. Wish you didn't have to keep paying the price for my bad decision. If you could trust me when you look into my eyes, would it make a difference? And maybe you've been holding on to who you wish I would. And maybe I was holding on to what I thought we could be. I'm sorry
for the words I can't take back,
that you ever learned to love me.
I wish we both knew better than.
If it ever hurt to hold me, we're just caught in the middle, babe. Are we nothing or everything? My one and my only. I want you, I need you, I hate that I'm sorry. I want you, I need you, I hate that I'm sorry. All this broken that's breaking us. All these things I don't say enough. All this broken that's breaking us. All these things I don't say enough. All this broken that's breaking us. All these things I don't say enough. All this broken that's breaking us. All these things I can say that I'm sorry
for the words I can't take back,
that you ever learned to love me.
I wish we both knew better than.
If it ever hurt to hold me, but we're caught in the middle, babe. Are we nothing or everything? My one, my own. I want you, I need you, I hate that I'm sorry. I want you, I need you, I hate that I'm sorry. I need you, I hate that I'm sorry.
That was Port Cities with Sorry on East Coast Hour. I'm Chuck Boudreau. Welcome to episode number 6 of season 2 of East Coast Hour. I'm your host, Chuck Boudreau, bringing you just about an hour's worth of the East Coast's hottest musicians. Lined up in this episode, artists like Blair Sparrow, Our Father's Fools, Kristen Martell, Rum Ragged, and more. As well, Golden Buzzer winner from Butlerville, Newfoundland. From Canada's Got Talent, Jacob Lewis will be here to talk about his performance and his Shania Twain Golden Buzzer. Your viewer's pick of the week is coming up, as well as some upcoming events you may want to check out. And I'll share some businesses with you throughout the episode who will be going along to the ECMAs next month. Send a shout out to your friends right now. Let them know that a new episode of East Coast Hour is online to enjoy, and ask them to watch the entire episode. Now let's move along to another music video. This one is dedicated to the students that are getting ready to graduate from St. FX University in Antigonish. Here is Angel Ann Julian. This is St. Ninian on East Coast Hour with Chuck.
Do I gotta make you a new song, knowing that you didn't even listen to the last one? Maybe one day I'll make it, go back and say that you did. Just so you know your first show empty. Be sweet, me not be salty. My fans, they live in everywhere. Got money, plans in the atmosphere. The girls are taking over. Scooch over, driver sober. Drink it down like fruity punch. Don't want one, want a bunch. Manage my expectations. This girl never complacent. You wanna talk, just say it. Don't cost you none, I pay it. I used to live St. Ninian, spend my pay on the weekend. $375 an apartment. Cops came, no stop it. I used to live St. Ninian, spend my pay on the weekend. $375 an apartment. Cops came, no stop it. Another day, another dollar. I lead, you follow. Get dressed, depressed, upset, finesse. Fly high like a butterfly. Generations fly by. Thought he was a sweet guy, but he messed in with her pride. We got things left unsaid. We busy in the bed. We playing hide and seek. We trying to sneak a freak. You try but you can't repeat. My CD skips a beat. She's corny, that's her thing. Don't try to copy things. I used to live St. Ninian, spend my pay on the weekend. $375 an apartment. Cops came, no stop it. I used to live St. Ninian, spend my pay on the weekend. $375 an apartment. Cops came, no stop it. I used to live St. Ninian, spend my pay on the weekend. $375 an apartment. Cops came, no stop it. I used to live St. Ninian, spend my pay on the weekend. $375 an apartment. Cops came, no stop it.
So you like that? Yeah, I think it's pretty good too.
Hi, my name is Jacob Lewis, and East Coast Music Hour allows opportunities for artists on the East Coast to get their music videos out all across the world. I hope you tune in and follow along with the East Coast Music Hour with Chuck.
Girl like you standing next to me,
That was Our Father's Fools and Lucky Man on East Coast Hour. I'm Chuck Boudreau. Our Father's Fools is available for summer festivals and events. The band just auctioned off a 2-hour house party gig for a 2-year-old boy from the Antigonish area who is currently undergoing cancer treatments. That's just one example of the group's community-minded spirit, where they are constantly giving back to the community and to those in need. If you're interested in booking the group, you can email them at ourfathersfools@gmail.com. Now, our next music video comes from a folk pop artist who recently released her latest francophone album, Allume mon courage. With the third single from the album, here is Kristen Martell with Sois prudent on East Coast Hour with Chuck.
J'ai le cœur errant. Il garde sa distance. Un vagabond, un nomade qui va et vient avec le vent. Il offre des pauvres promesses de bonheur superficiel, tout à la recherche de l'amour éternel. Je t'avertis, sois prudent. Il ne va pas rester longtemps. De quoi t'es fait quand tout vire à l'envers? Avec mon cœur éphémère, que vas-tu faire? Que vas-tu faire? J'ai le cœur abandonné, endurci, effrayé. Il est à l'aise dans la nuit, confortable dans son abri. Pour se défendre, il est bien équipé. Un bon élève essuie les règles pour toujours s'évader. Je t'avertis, sois prudent. Il est indépendant. De quoi t'es fait quand tout vire à l'envers? Avec mon cœur éphémère, que vas-tu faire? Que vas-tu faire? J'ai le cœur enjoué, j'ai le cœur curieux, j'ai le cœur qui désire, le cœur innocent, le cœur fragile. De quoi t'es fait quand tout vire à l'envers? Avec mon cœur éphémère, que vas-tu faire? Que vas-tu faire? Que vas-tu faire? Que vas-tu faire? Je t'avertis, sois prudent. La guérison, ça prend du temps.
That was Kristen Martell with Sois prudent on East Coast Hour. I'm Chuck Boudreau. Well, I'm heading off to the ECMAs in St. John's, Newfoundland, which are taking place from May 7th to the 11th, and a number of businesses are coming along for the ride with me. A special thanks to Miller's in Port Hawkesbury, where you can catch Monday night jam sessions in the comfort of the lounge, as well as open mic nights on Sundays. And you can also check them out on Facebook. Look for Miller's Tap and Grill on Facebook and find a complete listing of all their food products, their specials, and the entertainment that you can check out. Coming along for the trip as well is also one-of-a-kind designs in St. Peter's, unique branding designs and products that are ideal for your marketing strategy and promotions. Also joining me on the trip is Barely's House of Blues and Ribs on Grafton Street in Halifax. You can check out their full show schedule at bareleys.ca. 1015 The Hawk FM Radio, a station of Acadia Broadcasting Limited. You can catch them live online at www.1015thehawk.com. You can also check out East Coast Rising Sunday mornings at 9 a.m. Fedora Lakes Inn in St. Peters is a must-visit dining experience in Cape Breton. Chef-prepared meals, cozy dining, and regular East Coast entertainment will have you coming back regularly. I'll let you in on some more of the additional businesses that are coming along with me to the ECMAs in just a bit, but right now it's time for a chat that I promised you for this week's episode. Recently, Butlerville, Newfoundland singer Jacob Lewis appeared on Canada's Got Talent stage and made a huge impression on the judges. It's time for the East Coast Hour Showcase with Jacob Lewis. On this week's East Coast Hour, we're celebrating some great East Coast talent out of Newfoundland, who I've been teasing you a little bit that we're going to have on the show. He is a Golden Buzzer winner from Canada's Got Talent. Here is Jacob Lewis. Welcome to the show.
Hello, Chuck. Thanks for having me. Really appreciate you getting me on here.
Yes. So congratulations, Jacob. I mean, a huge feat, not only to be on the show, but to get the Golden Buzzer.
Yeah, that was a pretty special moment, just kind of, and for that to come from Shania's Wayne, it was pretty cool.
Yeah, and from what I understand, I think it's Shania's on the show, and they only get so many limited Golden Buzzers, but I think you were Shania's first Golden Buzzer.
I was Shania's first Golden Buzzer, yeah. So that was pretty neat. I got to see her in St. John's here this summer when she was here as a concert goer and watching her show, and then when I knew she was a judge, I'm like, I wonder, can I pull this off? And then lo and behold, here we are.
So I want to talk about a couple of different things, but one of which, first of all, is what brought you or who brought you to Canada's Got Talent?
To be honest, the $1 million prize is what kind of got me to audition for this. When I seen that price tag, and I was like, you know what, you're working, you're trying to make a living. Things are difficult for a lot of people out there, and I'm one of those, and just trying to navigate through life the best way that I can. And I wanted to start playing music again, and I was kind of sitting back, and I'm like, you know what, like I could start playing a little bit more. A few extra dollars wouldn't hurt. And then I'm like, well, let's apply for Canada's Got Talent. Why do I got to lose? They don't reach back out to me, or they say, sorry, we're not going to go this route or whatnot. They give me a call back and we're like, is this something you're still interested in? I'm like, absolutely. So then we were off to the races from there.
So $1 million prize from Rogers. And I think if I understand correctly, is there another prize that goes along with your Golden Buzzer selection?
There is. So there's a $25,000 prize that goes with a Golden Buzzer. So that come at a time that was much needed.
Yeah, from CIBC. So congratulations on that.
CIBC, that's correct. Yeah, no, it's been wonderful.
Perfect. Now, so obviously this was recorded back in October, I believe, and you've been having to kind of keep it quiet up until this point.
Yeah. So it was a little bit challenging, but it almost wasn't too bad because at that point, no one really knew about it. No one knew that I had even went away other than I went away for a trip. We flew up on my wife and I's first wedding anniversary, and that's what we were going up for, was the audition for this. And no one really knew anything about it other than us and my mom, who was watching my kids at the time. It got a little bit more challenging once the teaser started coming out and the pictures started coming out and everyone knew what you were involved in. And that was the harder kind of steering away from a few different conversations. But ultimately, at that time in life, you're just kind of getting ready to come back home. It's birthdays and it's work and it's getting ready for Christmas. And it's so all that kind of helped fill the void of making sure I didn't bring it to anyone's attention.
Fill the beads.
Yeah.
Because it is a big thing. I mean, you really can't divulge that information. Otherwise, you could be off the show. So
yeah, so you really got to keep it tight-lipped.
So, I mean, how stressful was it performing in that big, on that big stage in front of those icons in music and in the industry?
It was nerve-wracking backstage. It was nerve-wracking all day. But when I walk out onto the stage to do that, and it's really weird to kind of look back and think about it because there's a sense of calmness that kind of comes with it. walk out on the stage, and it's almost like I'm here. Like it took all that work to get to that point. So like I didn't really feel nervous on the stage. However, backstage, side stage, all day, bag of nerves the whole day. Walking out on stage was all for that moment, and I'm like, I got 2 minutes that can change the life of myself. It can change the life of my family, and even some regular Joe out there like myself that maybe wants to take an opportunity and do something like this, or waiting to try to open another door to see what opportunities are there. So I felt pretty good in the moment.
So in Newfoundland, you kind of stuck to the kind of old traditional Newfoundland music, the folk tunes. By going to Canada's Got Talent, you kind of changed it up a bit, and some Bon Jovi came out of you. So
Yeah,
what's going on with that?
'Cause a bottle of vodka still lodged in my head. Some blonde give me nightmares. Think that she's still in my bed. 'Cause I dream about movies they won't make of me when I'm dead. Oh, I wanna lay you down in a bed of roses. For tonight I sleep on a bed of nails. Oh, I wanna be just as close as the Holy Ghost is. Lay you down on a bed of roses.
so I talk about like the dream of a 13-year-old boy, and when I was young, as 13, 14 years old, I couldn't wait for a moment when nobody was home, so I could crank the stereo so as loud as the speakers could go, stand up in the middle of the living room, sing as much as I can until the windows were open. And then if the windows were open, I used to get a little bit of embarrassment there if anyone heard me. But I've always wanted to do that. And when I'm home and I'm practicing, I'm always practicing with my eyes closed. And it kind of creates a bad habit because sometimes you walk out on stage and you close your eyes a little bit. But in the moments of when I'm practicing, or if I was stood up as a kid singing in the middle of the living room, I'm envisioning myself being somewhere else, being on a stage in front of a crowd. I really want to rock an audience, and I love Newfoundland music. It's near and dear to my heart. I've always like really enjoyed it, and I still listen to it every day, really. But this was a moment where I really wanted to step out and do some of the stuff that's just been burning deep down in my belly since I've been a young boy. So I'm like, when in Rome, let's give it this opportunity. So that's why I stepped out and done what I did.
Actually, I saw on Facebook under one of your posts that some people believe that you actually sang it better than Bon Jovi.
Oh, but that's I've seen some of those comments. It's absolutely wonderful to see that, and it's great. But I don't know. That's a pretty hard feat to kind of even get close to, I think.
So what's next steps now? Elimination round. And so talk to us about kind of what the next steps are.
So the next step for me now is the elimination round. So that'll take place in here now May 6th. So that'll come on television and see what happens from there. If I'm lucky enough to get through, the finale is the following week. But got to see how that kind of goes and see how it plays out. So.
Mhm. Nice. So I mean, obviously the $1 million prize is kind of an ultimate goal, but what do you want to see come of this from your participation in Canada's Got Talent?
$1 million price tag is definitely one thing that I want to see come 100%. That would help. That would help take a lot of stress off. But I do think if that $1 million does come my way, I do think it makes it easier for me to um, transition and maybe make a professional career change. I would like to give this a shot. Um, I've been kind of working in the background now to get some people that I know a little bit close to me to kind of develop a band a bit here now and get some music going and so on. But right now, for the short term, I'm just trying to focus on the competition. There's a lot at stake, $1 million. That prize tag from Rogers is a hard one to kind of. I don't want to let that sit. I got to focus on these next few weeks. These are big times. But ultimately, if I can do this for a living and provide for my family, great. And $1 million prize tag, if that comes, that would help that. If it doesn't happen, I'm definitely going to pursue to try to do some more music. It might just come in a little bit more dragged out sequence. I guess it might be a little bit more difficult to do because I still got to provide for my family. But if ultimately this can become the way that I provide, this is what I'm going to do.
I mean, in all fairness, too, I mean, there are some of these shows like this, American Idol, The Voice, those types of things that even some of the contestants who don't win the shows, they still make good careers out of their music. And maybe potentially that could happen for you.
And that's the absolute truth. And that's the big reason now why I didn't want to wait too long to reach out to get myself in some good standing with some good people. It was really important for me to surround myself with the right musicians, the right like-minded people, very positive, influential people. So kind of working that in the background. Can't really release too much on that at the moment.
Hmm.
But I do think that there is a potential that if the price tag is there, if it's not, I do think this becomes a thing, and I do think that it'll gravitate and it'll work.
So let's talk about. I mean, you said when you were kind of a younger boy and blaring it out in the household. But when did you become a musician?
I guess I guess I'm still really trying to figure that out, to be honest with you. But I know as a young boy growing up, my uncle always used to play around family gatherings and stuff, and it kind of got me in tune to playing a lot more music. Um, and then I played a lot of hockey as I grew up. That was kind of what I always resulted back to was hockey, hockey, hockey. So music was always kind of second. And I never really wanted it to be second, but for some reason I just kept going back to hockey all the time. And then it got to the point in my life where I was like, I need to start making this a priority. So I started making it a priority. I'd done that traditional album. 2 months after that, my kids were born. So then it got paused again. And then now it was, all right, this needs to be a priority of yours. If you want to teach your children to chase their dreams and be the best person that they can be, you got to lead by example. So for me at that point, I was like, all right, I need to develop an artist out of myself because ultimately that's who I want to be. I'm working on doing that. And to be honest, I think that's something that's growing every day with everyone, every artist that's out there. So just trying to see how high I can reach the potential with this.
Nice, nice. Now, last week we showed one of your videos from your YouTube channel where you did with Brad Tuck, I believe his name was, The
Yes,
Fields of Athenry. We're going to feature another one of your songs, but I don't want to end off too much right now. By like, are you kind of a busy musician? Like, do you spend a lot of your summers hitting different festivals and some of the local pubs? And
I haven't really done much over the past number of years. This summer actually was when I started to book in a few gigs. I played 4 or 5 gigs at some local venues that kind of started last spring, last summer,
Mhm.
just to kind of get my toe back in the water. Like I said, I really wanted to get back into this musical realm of life. So I started back at it. Other than that, for 5 years previous, the only times that I would really play was if I was home and no one was around me. If it was a party, we were at some friends, or when I was working offshore on an oil platform, every now and then we would get together and strum a few songs and have a night for everyone in the galley, and we would have some chicken wings and get together for some social event, and we just play a little bit of music there. So when I'm talking on the show and I'm saying that I'm usually just singing in my car on the way back and forth to work, it's not the only time I'm saying, no, that's correct, but it usually is the time that I'm singing because for the most part, it's the only time I really get to perform anything.
So, Jacob, thank you so much, and best luck, best wishes to you, kind of in the upcoming elimination round, and hopefully we see you moving on forward from there. Great East Coast guy who's brought his talent to a kind of a national stage at this point. So, best wishes to you.
Thank you very much for having me, Chuck. Appreciate it.
So, we're going to feature one of your videos, kind of a more traditional, again, song for you, which you're trying to take another slant at Canada's Got Talent with some different music and a different tone for you. But we're going to go back to a traditional song, and we're going to play a video called Home. Tell us about that one.
So that song was written from that was around the time when I was working offshore on that oil rig, and it was me and myself, Brad Tuck, kind of wrote that one together, and a lot of it was kind of relatable at the time, so it was really easy to put a melody to it. It was the type of sound once all the musical and everything was recorded for it. It was a one take and it was a one done, and it was like okay, that kind of come together a lot there quicker than we thought because how is it going to sound? What's it going to sound like? Or how are we going to do it? I truly believe when you sing from your heart and if you're feeling something, it just makes its way of how it's supposed to happen. So the melody come together like this, the song come together like this. Everyone jumped along and helped with the music video for it, and we got her going.
Nice, nice. So we're going to feature that now. Let everyone enjoy it. And again, we'll be watching you on Canada's Got Talent.
Thank you very much.
Here is Jacob Lewis with one of his videos, an old traditional song for him back in 2019. It's Home on East Coast Hour with Chuck.
For 3 long weeks now I've rolled with the waves. I can hear the church bells ring as we make our way through the harbor. They call my name. I can hear the guitar, the fiddle, the mandolin, the bass, the drums. I can feel the rhythm burn deep in my bones. This is my home where I belong. Just as shores of fog rolls from bay to bay, I will find my way. So boil the kettle, darling, light the stove. Homeward bound, roving row by row, back to the only place I know. Home, sweet home. Seems so long now since I said goodbye. Waved through the window as I took to the sky for another long 60 days. It's wet, it's cold, and it's lonely, but I'm paying my dues. But everything I do, darling, I do for you. I'll soon be home where I belong. Just as shores of sunrise over each new day, I will find my way. So boil the kettle, darling, light the stove. Homeward bound, roving row by row, back to the only place I know. Home, sweet home. All the troubled seas I've traveled, all the lonely roads I've seen, I know it'll all be worth it just to be back home again. So boil the kettle, darling, light the stove. Homeward bound, roving row by row, back to the only place I know. Home, sweet home. So boil the kettle, darling, light the stove. Homeward bound, roving row by row, back to the only place I know. Home, sweet home.
I'm Tara Spencer, and this is East Coast Hour, shining a light on homegrown talent. And here's Chuck.
Come on, there's no time to lose. Walk, wheel, swim, skate, or snowshoe, whatever you choose to do. It's a natural thing to move. So easy just to sit around and stare at our screens. Doctor tells me if I move more, I'll have more I move a little bit more, I'm more likely to succeed. So come on, there's no time to lose. Walk, wheel, swim, skate, or snowshoe, whatever you choose to do. It's a natural thing to move. Today there's so much weighing on our minds, all the stress and anxiety takes away from the fun in life and drains our energy. But if we move, it calms our mind and lessens our mental fatigue. Our focus and motivation return, we feel peace and serenity. So come on, there's no time to lose. Walk, wheel, swim, skate, or snowshoe, whatever you choose to do. It's a natural thing to move.
I love catching up with my neighbors while I'm out walking the dog.
J'aime utiliser mon walker pour me faire bouger tous les jours.
Walking breaks up my workday and gives me a mental boost.
I enjoy starting my day with my morning chores.
I like walking with a sighted guide.
Willie wade away with a makkai. That's what you got, man.
I love dancing.
Come on, there's no time to lose. Walk, wheel, swim, skate, or snowshoe, whatever you choose to do. It's a natural thing to move. Whatever you choose to do, it's a natural thing to move.
That was Dana Mason and Natural to Move on East Coast Hour. I'm Chuck Boudreau. That was this week's Viewers Pick of the Week. All week long, you've been voting for which video that you wanted to see on this week's episode, and Dana Mason was your choice. Here are the 3 music videos that you can choose from for next week's episode. To vote, you can click on the link in the description section below. As well, you can visit my personal or East Coast Hour Facebook sites. You can find the link there as well. Your choice will be unveiled during next week's episode. Speaking of next week's episode, the full show next week will be dedicated to East Coast artists nominated for East Coast Music Awards. Every video featured on next week's episode will be that of an East Coast nominee for 2025. Right now, let's continue on with Blair Sparrow. Here's Hands of Time on East Coast Hour with Chuck.
and everything's broke. Even the richest roads are paved full of needing. The hands of time just flow. When life reaches plateau, the time starts receding. Before we enter the unknown, let's show how much we've grown while we're still breathing. I just need a hug and kiss, then I won't have to feel like this. Then I won't have to feel like this. Then I won't have to feel like this. Just need a hug and kiss. Then I won't have to feel like this. Make everything just better. Follow anywhere you go. She said, I'm going down. You're still coming with me.
That was Blair Sparrow with Hands of Time on East Coast Hour. I'm Chuck Boudreau. East Coast Hour is the only music video channel in North America that is dedicated to East Coast artists. Well, here's some upcoming events for you. St. Mary's District Lions Club welcomes the Turnbull Brothers for an awesome night of music and tunes that you're going to want to get up and dance to. Even if you've not seen the Turnbull Brothers live yet, you don't want to miss this show. It's going to be fantastic. You can get your tickets by going to Facebook, searching out the events section, and find St. Mary's District Lions Club. That is happening on June the 28th for your Let's Dance event with the Turnbull Brothers. Here's another one for you. Award-winning songwriters and musicians Tara Spencer and Kim Dunn. They're going to be coming together for a night of stories and joy, enchanting music that's going to leave your hearts full of love and inspiration. It's happening at the Vickers View in Bedeck. Show time is 7:30 p.m. The doors will open at 7. The cash bar is going to be available. Tickets are $35 each and can be purchased on the Facebook event area, or you can go to eventbrite.ca and search out Tara Spencer, Kim Dunn to get a complete listing. That event is happening on May 2nd. You can join a group of musicians in the heart of Mabu for a songwriter circle in support of the annual Mabu Ceilidh Days Festival. It's a night filled with amazing talent, great music, and community spirit. It's going to be a lot of fun, so save your spot today. It's happening on May 2nd, 7:30 p.m. with doors opening at 7, taking place at the Mabu Hall. It's $25 admission. You can get your tickets now, again, by going to the event section under Facebook and find the Songwriter Circle happening on May 2nd in support of the Mabu Ceilidh Days Festival. The Living Roots Music Festival is happening in Fredericton, New Brunswick, taking place at the Abbey with performers Joss Riom, who's been captivating audiences with their dynamic performances on stages throughout the east coast of Canada, where they now call home, and John Rains made his debut in the Canadian music scene in 2020, performing his authentic mix of alt-country folk music at bars and restaurants local to Lunenburg County here in Nova Scotia. He has since performed most everywhere between Sydney and Montreal. That is taking place coming up on June 7th. You can catch that show. John will be on stage at 7. Joss will be on stage at 8 p.m. Search out the Living Roots Music Festival in Fredericton to get all the details about events and performances that are taking place and how to go about getting your tickets. Let's continue on now with more great music. Here is 30 Russell with Something About a Six String on East Coast Hour with Chuck.
Face, and I'm content in my space. It took me a long time to figure it out. Well, what my life, well, it's all about. There's something about a six string, something about a good old song, there's something about her memory. Me moving along, I know I can feel it. I song. Something about her memory keeps me moving along. I know I can feel it. I know that I'm on my way to something about a six string that gets me through my days. To something about a six string that gets me through my days. To something about a six string that gets me through my days.
That was 30 Russell with Something About a Six String on East Coast Hour. I'm Chuck Boudreau. Well, welcome back to more information for you. As I told you earlier, there's a number of businesses that are going to be coming along to the East Coast Music Awards with me. That is taking place between May 7th and 11th in St. John's. Coldstream Clear makes the best tasting spirits, coolers, and beer for the most memorable times. With locations in Dartmouth Crossing, Stewiacke, and Antigonish, they've got you covered. With products like blueberry iced tea, coffee rum cream, and Nova Scotia light beer, you can follow each location's Facebook site for listings of products and entertainment. Biota TV, bringing you the best free, local, Canadian, and independent international content for your entertainment. You can find East Coast Hour episodes on Biota TV, also available on your iPhone and Android devices, as well as Roku TV, Android TV, Apple TV, and Amazon Fire TV. The Beyond Films International Film Festival is coming up in Niagara Falls, where The Phoenix is being showcased. The Phoenix is based on the true story of Jackie Putnam, whose leap of faith led her album, The Phoenix, to win Female Album of the Year at the ISSA 2024 International. The Beyond Films International Film Festival is thrilled to have The Phoenix as an official selection for the BFF, which will be held in Niagara Falls. And in 2026, the BFF Festival is going to be hosted in Moncton, New Brunswick, with an entire venue dedicated to East Coast music. The film can also be viewed online at the BFF International Film Festival, which can be found on Biota TV. Monty's Show Bar and Grill at 245 Waverley Road in Dartmouth. It's a neighborhood pub that's hidden away, and it boasts the world-class live music venue for its size. Check out their show bar menu and weekly specials for delicious and affordable meals. Also join their Tuesday night line dancing and the Monty's Jam sessions on Thursdays, both of them starting at 7:30 p.m. A full show bar calendar of upcoming shows can be found on their website at www.montys.ca. On next week's show, tune in for a full episode of East Coast Music Award nominees for 2025. The awards are being given out during the ECMA Conference and Awards that are taking place between May 7th and 11th, St. John's, Newfoundland. I'll be there and share some performances and chats with you in the upcoming episodes. Well, that's a wrap for this week. Vote for your viewer's pick of the week in the description section below or on my personal or East Coast Hour Facebook sites. Be good, be kind, and nice to each other. Have yourself a great week. To wrap up this week's show, here is Rum Ragged with Let Me Fish Off Cape St. Mary's on East Coast Hour with Chuck.
western boat. Let me fish off Cape St. Mary's, where the hagdowns sail and the foghorns wave. With my friends, the Browns and Clarys, let me fish off Cape St. Mary's. Let me feel my dory lift to the broad Atlantic combers, where the tide rips swirl and the wild dogs whirl, where old Neptune calls the numbers 'neath the broad Atlantic cover. Let me sail up Golden Bay with my oilskins all a-streaming from the thunder squall when I haul the trawl, and my old Cape Ann a-gleaming with my oilskins all a-streaming. Let me view that rugged shore where the beach is all a-glisten, with the capelin spawn where from dusk to dawn you bait your trawl and listen to the undertow hissing. When I reach that last big shore where the ground swells break asunder, where the wild sands roll to the surge's toll, let me be a man and take it when my dory fails to make it. Take me back to that snug green cove where the seas roll up their thunder. There let me rest in the earth's cool breast, where the stars shine out their wonder and the seas roll up their thunder.